Remember that guy that tried to blow everything up? This is the session and a half after that. That guy made a new character. He swore that he was gonna get better, that he wasn't gonna do anything to hurt the party, and as part of that, he wasn't going to play a magic using character at all. Instead, he makes an elderly ex-military guy who just wants to find a nice way to die. Just a sword fighter that lights his sword on fire sometimes. That's all. Nobody actually believed that he would be better or smarter about playing. Out of character, he still doesn't understand why people didn't have fun playing with his last character, who almost took the party out twice in an hour. But he's a decent enough person, and his failures were mildly amusing, so no one was pushing for him to not play with us or anything like that. We have another session, and everything is fine. We end up stuck in an inn, being chased by an unknown monster that erases people from existence, and that guy acts as a diversion to protect some people with no problem. We go into a dangerous city, get a tour of the dungeon, while low-key searching for a friend, another player character, who is in danger. Saw someone in a metal helmet, and the session ends on a cliffhanger, where we realize that the person we are trying to rescue wasn't in this city at all. So very good job, that guy. The character was still goofy and a bit obnoxious, trying repeatedly to dance for money, and blatantly trying to pickpocket someone in the inn. But overall, it was a marvelous improvement over his previous character, and everyone let him know. And then yesterday, I found out about what he did in a mini session. The way our DM does things is that we have the main session that everyone earns 25 experience for participating in, but you can also get 5 experience for doing a mini session at least once a week, with the idea that mini sessions will be done just to kind of let us see more of the world, get our bearings for the next session, flesh out our characters, etc. That guy wanted a mini session where they get to talk to the aforementioned prisoner in the metal helmet, but the DM explained that it would be a challenge because I had already did a mini session that established our group was outside of the dungeon, so he would have to find a way back in. When I first heard that, I assumed he would do that easy because the receptionist was super nice and literally just offered us a tour. That's how we got in. Instead, that guy just immediately lies and tells her that he is currently a high-ranking agent of the military, being sent to investigate the prayer, who owns the building with the dungeon and are the strongest faction in the one country world we're playing in, on orders of one of the princes of the kingdom. That prince being another player character, who does have a decently high-ranked position in the prayer, but in another city. I have no clue as to why he would lie. He rolled his deception high enough that she's willing to believe him somehow, but she does require paperwork for him to go in. Apparently, there were other people in the Discord call, not playing in the session, telling him, "Hey, stupid, what are you doing? You should probably stop." But they didn't even know how far he was going to go with this. So he crafts some fake legal paper. When the DM asks him how he knows what prayer paperwork looks like, he says that he bases it off of military paperwork. The DM really doesn't look to just get player characters killed, so he tells him he can try showing it to a guard outside to check and see if it's good first. Obviously, the guard knows right away that it's fake, but that guy rolls deception to lie about not knowing it was fake. Instead of just saying I got it from someone, that guy proceeds to point at a random NPC and tell the guard he bought it from them. And he rolls a crit so the guard fully believes him and immediately arrests the innocent person. As a note, that guy is playing a lawful good character. So that guy goes back in, and he's not stupid enough to try and show her the paper, but instead he is infinitely stupider and starts trying to convince her of some craziness that I still don't even think I follow. So that guy tries to convince the receptionist that he had dementia. And at first, that sounds reasonable. He is playing a character that is very old for this setting, but that would be too easy for that guy. You see, he was trying to convince her that he was pretending to have dementia and that he was actually just a deep cover agent, that he needed everyone except her to believe he has dementia and that she needs to be his inside girl that would be helping him. He actually passes this as well, but with 4 disadvantages to his 1 success. So he does convince her that he's got dementia, but not enough to dissuade her from realizing that he's just trying to use her to get to the prisoner in the metal helmet. That's the end of the session, but this is already going to be a huge headache and a half for the party. He still did successfully convince her earlier that he knew the prince, and that he was therefore working for the prayer of another city. So the best case scenario of this is that suddenly this city's prayer is going to be highly suspicious of him. Again, he's a player character, and that's going to be awful when we're already trying to lay low and find our friend. So that guy, in the span of like a 20-minute session, possibly got the prayer of the town, watching a player character when we need to be around the prayer to help save another player character who is in mortal danger. And just for the bonus points, he got some random innocent NPC arrested. Sounds like a mess. I don't like the idea of mini sessions where the rest of the party has no say on things being canon to the main session. These should definitely be self-contained. This is exactly what happens when you give that guy unrestrained power to possibly derail everything. What do you all think about this situation?